Some growing concerns over how well TSA screeners are doing their jobs. A new government report shows bad behavior is skyrocketing, from sleeping on the job to sneaking banned items through security and even stealing from passengers. That's my personal worry. Doug McElway live in Washington with that. Doug, so why did the GAO do this study in the first place?
Well, John, as we all know, there have been some highly publicized cases where passengers make claims of being groped, where infirm senior citizens are asked to get up from wheelchairs, where small children or wounded warriors are selected for special screening. And that's really what this hearing was about today.
Stop with the napping, the stealing, the tardiness, and the disrespect, and earn Americans' trust and confidence.
These kinds of cases are resonating with the traveling public, and they're taking a real toll on the reputation of the TSA. The GAO report released yesterday undertook to quantify the problem. Bottom line, while misconduct is a real problem, it's a bit less alarmist than the public may perceive. The largest category of misconduct was showing up late for work and improper cases of leave. That comprised 32% of misconduct. Screening and security issues accounted for about 20% of infractions. Among those found to have engaged in misconduct, 47% were reprimanded, 31% were suspended, 17% were removed from duty. More troublesome for many members of Congress was the lack of a standard for misconduct enforcement. For example, screeners who fail to detect bombs in covert testing are not dismissed, but are usually allowed to retake training, and in some cases repeatedly.
If someone fails multiple tests and a simulated bomb is able to get through security and onto an airplane, what should be the penalty for that individual? If our ultimate goal is maximizing the security,
as some members believe that airport screening could be better done by private sector employees, John.
Well, is there any indication that private screeners can do the job better?
One thing is that private sector workers can be more easily fired for misconduct.
However, there is no indication that displacing 47,000 federal employees would result in less misconduct or result in lower costs.
Representative Thompson pointed out that because private sector employees often enjoy proprietary protections, in other words, misconduct is a private matter in the private sector, and private sector companies cannot comment on disciplinary procedures, and misconduct is harder to gauge in the private sector. John?
Wow.